Hey everyone, my name is Corey, and I am going to be reading up on the monk class in Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. And I'll put the link to this page in the description, and we'll just get started. So, the available races, we've got the Archai, the Darkmere, Human, and the Scar. And this is the Darkmere, and they look cool. What I like about this is that, it's very humanoidish, like very human, but their ears are like these little fin looking things. And that, I guess, along with these little ridges right here on their cheekbones, like that just makes them look like fishy type people, right? So, it didn't, and it helps that their skin looks like it's underwater or like a water motif kind of thing. But I think the ears really sell the fish vibe. All right. So monk. Through long-standing discipline and unwavering obedience to ancient teachings, the monk wields their mind and body as a devastating, holistic weapon against their enemies. The way of the monk is a path of harmony between the body and the soul. Okay, yeah, that seems fairly standard. Through long-standing discipline, monks have transformed their very being into resilient, living weapons, which they are able to wield against their enemies with a devastating effect. Group role, they are damage. Combat resource, they use endurance. Now, endurance, I think other classes get endurance. And it might be something that every character gets for use with things like sprint and stuff. But they also have chi slash chakra gates. Or chakra gates. I don't know how that's pronounced, maybe. So they have endurance and then their own kind of special resource. Now the available armor, they have cloth and light leather. So yeah, they want to stay very light, very nimble so that they can punch and kick things easier because it's, plate armor weighs a lot. Available weapons, martial fists, fist weapons, and hand wraps. That's interesting that hand wraps is a weapon type. Because usually, you get fist weapons. I'm not sure what the difference between a martial fist and a fist weapon is, so that'll be interesting to find out. And then hand wraps. Hand wraps you could do I think of you can have the normal the bandages or the cloth hand wraps, but then in some people use ropes. Yeah, I don't know. They could, there's several things. Oh, you could do chains. Oh, that would be cool. Chains. All right. Featured abilities. All right, this is not a complete ability list. This is just a snippet to get us familiar with what the monk can kind of do. All right, they've got Flurry. Unleash a flurry of successive strikes, dealing physical damage with a high chance of interrupting the enemy's spellcasting. So, interestingly, it's not a guaranteed interrupt, but if you're going for an interrupt, you probably want to use Flurry. Union. I was about to say onion. Union. Perfectly align your body and soul, restoring. Sorry. Okay. Union. Perfectly align your body and soul, restoring a percentage of your total health over a short time. Okay, so a little self-heal. I like it. Let's see. Ebb and flow. Align your movements with the flow of your chi, greatly increasing your dodge and counterattack chance for the duration. So counterattacking. I wonder if that is something that other classes are able to use. Iron Palm. Also, this probably uses up that chi resource, which will be interesting. Iron Palm, a concussive blow that angers an enemy, causing them to focus their attention on you for a short time. Oh, so this is what the developers have been talking about, this flex system where you can kind of flex into kind of like a secondary role. It's not necessarily like a different, oh, how do I want to say it? Like a different, oh, my mind just blanked. It's not like you can go and main into a role. Like you can't, you don't have like, oh, a monk can be like a damage dealer and also switch their specialization to be like a tank, right? But they can kind of flex into a tanking role for a very limited time in case like their tank dies but the monster is like almost dead, or they need to give time for the healer to get a resurrection off or something. Then Iron Palm and abilities like this come in handy because you can kind of, okay, the tank is down, or I need to pick this up so it's not on the healer or something. I'm gonna boom, focus on me for a bit. I can take a hit. I like it. Backflip. Perform a timely backflip out of harm's way, avoiding all physical attacks for 2 seconds. That is, depending on what the cooldown of this is, that's pretty strong. Just avoiding all physical attacks, that's, I guess you'd use that in conjunction and you say, hey guy, Iron Palm, look at me. Oh, I'm going to backflip. Look how cool I am. And then he's like not going to be able to, hit you. Inner Fountain. Instantly generate full chi and finish the cooldown on Gate of Release. Okay. Instantly generate full chi. So you using your abilities, you get low on all your resources, boom, Inner Fountain, you kind of regen and can start doing your combos again or what have you. Secret of the Six Gates. Passive. So is this like an actual passive that goes on the passive like utility bar, the passive bar that's above your active bar? Or is this one of the passive actives that goes on, that you have to put on your active bar, but it just has a passive effect? Or is it just passive, like it doesn't even need to be on your bar and it just runs? Excuse me. I wonder which one it is. When you receive damage that would kill you, you will avoid death and will be healed for a percentage of your total health. This cannot occur more than once every minute. So basically, you resurrect when you die. Cool. Once every minute, you'll avoid death and be healed. If the cooldown is only 1 minute, that's really strong. Every minute? Alright, Flickering Flame Kata. Perform a series of precision strikes, putting an enemy into a disoriented state and reducing their hate towards you. Puts the target in a fatigued state. So, perform a series of precision strikes, putting an enemy into a disoriented state and reduces their hate towards you. I understand that part. It's kind of like you're doing a bunch of damage and you want to like basically generate less threat on the target, or I guess hate, so that you don't pull aggro off the tank. But then it says puts the target in a fatigued state. So is a fatigued part of a disoriented state, or does it disorient them first and then it puts it in a fatigued state? I guess I'm not sure exactly what the difference is between the different states, like disoriented or fatigued, and why this one, like you put it into a disoriented state already, but then you also put it into a fatigued state. I don't know. That is something that I probably will figure out whenever the game comes out and I play it. Resonating Palm, a powerful blow that deals physical damage and heals you for a percentage of the damage dealt. Well, cool. Just a big punch. You just like punch him and you're like, yeah, and it like heals you. That's funny. Feign death. You stop breathing and fall to the ground, appearing dead to most creatures. Yeah, I wonder if this just drops all hate and all the monsters. If you can use it as a getaway. You pull too many things. You're like, oh no, I pulled way too many. I want to feign death and de-aggro. And kind of reset the fight. Second sight. You are able to sense the flow of chi around you, enabling you to see certain beings that are invisible to the naked eye. Whoa! That's cool. I wonder how long it lasts. I wonder if it's like you get second sight for like 10 seconds, or if it's just a buff that you can enable, basically, and then you can see invisible stuff. Raging Gale Kick. Charge up a surge of chi to release a devastating flying kick into a nearby enemy. Charge up. So yeah, monks. I'm pretty sure with monks, I don't think. Well, actually, I don't know. They could have added these to the other classes now, but I know with monks, there was a video a while ago. I think was it a couple years ago? Last year sometime? I don't remember. There's a video that the developers had put out that was showing the monk, and they had these charge up skills where instead of just, tapping the button to use your ability, you can, push and hold it to charge it up, and then it gets more potent the longer you charge it, or based on how much you've charged it. And so this is probably, if you charge it up all the way, it probably affects the distance of how far you go, unless it's specifically just a thing to just teleport around. Then it's, I wonder if charging it up increases the range. It doesn't go into details about that. It just says charge it up to release the flying kick into a nearby enemy. But it would be cool if it had the mechanic where as you charge it up, you gain distance and can go further with it. I think that'd be cool. Gate of Release. Okay, so this goes along with this inner fountain thing. Burn your chi like fuel, making you immune to all healing and crowd control effects. While Gate of Release is open, your attack speed, physical damage, crit strike chance, and critical damage will be greatly increased. Additionally, you'll lose a percentage of your total health every second until the Gate of Release closes. So this is, you're immune to all healing and crowd control effects. So you can't be healed, but you can't be stunned or mesmerized or anything. And your attack speed, physical damage, crit strike chance, and crit damage will be greatly increased. Additionally, you'll lose a percentage. I wonder how long this is open for. Can you choose when to close it, or is it like on however many seconds? There's some really interesting scenarios you could use this with. I just wish we had more information. So once we get in game and are able to actually look at these and look at, what are their resource costs? How long do they last? How much can I charge it up for? Does it increase the distance? This one is cool. Inner Fountain. So you'll want to start off with Gate of Release once your tank has enough threat or hate or aggro or whatever they're calling it. And then to do a bunch of damage. And then once it closes and is on cooldown, which it must have a pretty lengthy cooldown if they have an ability that finishes the cooldown of it. Then you can just generate your full chi and, go back into the Gate of Release and start it all over again. Yeah. Cool. All right, and that is the monk. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.